to call Affordable Door Company, proud garage door sponsor of the Sooners.
Did the recent storms damage your home and roof? Call All-American Roofing today. All-American Roofing has been repairing and replacing roofs for over 40 years and is a second-generation locally owned roofing company. They are also a Google guaranteed contractor and offer free inspections. Our roofers are GAF Master Elite contractors with a BBB A+ rating. Call All-American Roofing today at 405-787-0400. All-American Roofing, the best roofing company in Oklahoma. 405-787-0400.
This has been the Sooner pregame show, presented by Walton Cleaners and Laundry, where the difference is quality. Thank you for bearing with a few technical difficulties with us today, but we're about set for baseball here in Norman. Alongside Kendall Pettis, Toby Rowland with you. The Sooners are on the field. They had a late scratch today. No Jason Walk. Dasan Harris is in center field. In fact, the outfield looks like this. Gamble in left, Harris in center, and Braden Horton starting in right. Normal infield, Willis at third, Willits at short, Branch at second, Taki at first. Carmichael catching today, and the big lefty Cam Johnson is on the mound. Sooners going with the new cream unis with crimson numerals and lettering today. And Cam Johnson's first pitch is a fastball strike to Roberto Gonzalez. CSUN, I think this is the same unis they wore yesterday. Are they?
If I'm not mistaken, I think so.
Black tops, gray pants. Fastball strike again, 0-2. Hit the outside corner with that one. The tops are the V-neck pullovers, and they say Valley across them in script with the gray pants, black hats for CSUN. 0-2 pitch for Johnson. Chopper back to the mound on a hoppy field and flips to Taki. And a good start, 1-3 on the putout.
How about Cam right there getting off the mound right there, too, at his big size, man. 6'6", looking really good off the mound.
He's a good athlete.
Yeah.
We've seen that a few times.
Oh, yeah.
Who's your OU Health player to watch today, KP?
I think I'm going to go with I'm going with Jackson Willits. You know, I was talking to him earlier today while he was hitting BP. You know, I told him, hey, look, like, I know the results aren't there right now, but he's hitting the ball hard. He's hitting the ball really hard, and I talked to his dad. His dad said he's really liking where his swing is right now, and so I know he's been hitting the ball hard. So I'm hoping for a few balls to drop this game today.
Maybe a big game for him today. First pitch is a ball to Colton Boardman. The 1-0 is a little bit outside. 2-0. Player to watch brought to you by OU Health, proud to be Oklahoma's flagship academic health system. Lineup for CSUN, of course, Roberto Gonzalez was our leadoff man in center field. This is Colton Boardman, the second baseman. He's 2 for 8 with a walk in the series. 2-0 is a bit high, 3-0. Kyle Ponganiban, the third baseman on deck. Cleanup hitter is right fielder Jaron Sanderson. Matthew Pena at first base will hit 5th. The DH Tyler Mejia bats 6th. Johnson needs a strike here. The 3-0 is low, ball 4. And a 4-pitch walk. Matadors have their first base runner of the day. Andrew Becker in left field will bat 7th. Batting 8th, the catcher Xavier Rios, and Elijah Fairchild, the shortstop, will bat 9th today for them. Their pitcher we'll see in the bottom of the first inning here is a right-hander today, Diego Gutierrez. Here's Ponganiban now, the third baseman, right-handed hitter. He's 1 for 9 in the series. And the first pitch to him is a fastball strike on the inside corner.
Yeah, fastball is looking really good right now by Cam. Dotting it on both sides of the plate, looking really good.
It's coming at a 6'6" angle, too. There's a lot of tilt, a lot of downward tilt to the Cam Johnson fastball. The 0-1 hit hard into left field. That's a base hit. Gamble back into the infield quickly with it. And the Matadors have 2 on with 1 out. First base hit of the day. KP, how about your Riverwind Casino keys to the game today?
No, yeah, I know we had a few errors yesterday in yesterday's game, and so I think just like I said earlier, taking care of the ball will be crucial today. They've had a lot of guys on base in this series, and so making sure that we can take care of the ball and kind of limit some of those runs being scored like we have been doing all weekend will be crucial once again today.
Jaron Sanderson now the right fielder, right-handed hitter, takes one well outside. Keys to the game brought to you by Riverwind Casino. It's always a good time. Sanderson making his first start of the series, third start of the year. Doesn't have a hit yet. He's 0 for 8 with an RBI on the season. Runners at first and second, one out. The runners go. Pitch is grounded to short. Willits' only play will be to first, and his throw across takes a stretch from Taki, but he's able to bring it in for out number 2. And the runners advance to second and third.
Yeah, that was a very interesting play right there with our two guys converging there, right there at second base. And so I felt like we could have gotten a double play out of that if, if we had some, it was a weird shift on right there.
Branch was more kind of behind the second base bag when that ball was hit.
Get there.
Weird angle for him to get to. Plus, the runners were on the move.
Mm-hmm.
Here's Matthew Pena. Takes a first pitch strike. Left-handed hitting first baseman with a chance to give CSUN their first lead of the series here. He's 0 for 7 with a pair of walks on the weekend, Pena. Swings and misses at the off-speed pitch, 0-2. Interesting what Eddie Cornejo, the CSUN head coach, has done today. KP, he's got 6 left-handed bats in their starting lineup.
Yeah, I'm not really understanding.
Oh, he hit him.
I'm not really understanding what that's coming from. I don't know. I wouldn't be wanting to face Cam Johnson if I was a lefty, so.
0-2 pitch comes up and in and plunks Pena to load the bases here.
How about this? We got some more ducks on the pond. It's been like this all weekend, huh?
They've been able to most of the time wriggle out. Let's see what happens here. Mejia, the DH, he started yesterday and was 1 for 5. He's a lefty, and he takes a first pitch strike right on the outside corner. That one 94. Best fastball we've seen from Cam so far. Mejia, 185 average on the year with 1 homer. He's driven in 4. The 0-1, swing and a miss. That fastball downstairs, 0-2. Boardman at third, Panganiban at second, Pena at first, 2 outs. The 0-2, outside. Wind is fierce today, by the way. We'll touch on the weather forecast in a bit, but it is blowing out to left hard.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see a few home runs get hit today, hopefully.
By the home team.
By the home team, for sure.
1-2. Chopper toward first. It'll stay fair. Taki has it, steps on the bag, and that'll end the inning. And the Sooners, Cam Johnson, leaves them loaded. Sooners grabbing the bats for the first time. When we come back in Norman, no score. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
At Browns.
And walk in his familiar leadoff spot. And then about 30 minutes maybe, KP, before first pitch, we got word that there would be a change. And the reason is there's some leg soreness for Jason Walk. He's experiencing some soreness in his leg. So he was lifted, and that reshuffled the whole lineup. Gamble now leading off today.
Oh, yeah, with J-Walk having some leg soreness and him being out of the game, it'll be good to see guys like Deshaun and some guys who can get some more in-game play will be able to start today.
Strike 1 to Gamble. 370 average on the year. 3 for 6 in the series. The 0-1 is high and away. Gamble has scored 3 runs and walked twice. 12 walks on the year. He's actually got the 7th best on-base percentage in the SEC. Pulls that one foul into the Cal State Northridge dugout. 1-2.
And I don't know about you, Toby, but he kind of gives me a little resemblance of Anthony McKenzie a little bit.
I can see that, yeah.
In that left-handed batter's box. And I told him that earlier. Well, I was talking to Jackson Willis about it earlier. I was like, he kind of reminds me of Anthony McKenzie.
Strikes out on what looked like a changeup, swing and a miss, and there's one away. First strikeout for Diego Gutierrez. Time for our News 9 weather update. Brought to you by Oklahoma's own News 9. It's 68 degrees and windy today. Wind out of the southeast at 20 miles an hour. That's blowing straight out to left. Anything in the air to left has a chance to go. Now, you played left field here forever. On days like this, initial instinct, just start running toward that wall.
Yeah, on days like this, I'm probably playing about 10 feet away from the wall back there, Toby. But actually, yeah, it was first move was always first move back, and that's kind of how I always thought about playing outfield. Was like, I would always take that first step back. So I was already used to it, and I knew that any pop-up to the infield was coming my way, and so I was just always prepared. And I actually like playing games like this because, hey, it even gave me a chance to get a bomb, hit a ball out there, too.
2-0 the count to Jackson Willits. And the pitch is lifted to left, but it's a little foul. Jackson, 2 for 8 in the series with an RBI. He has scored a pair of runs. On the season, batting .250. 3 home runs already. He's driven in 10. Batting from the left side against the right-handed throwing Gutierrez.
Oh, yeah, Toby. Like I said before, he's been looking really good. Swing's been really well.
Swings at a high one there and comes up empty, 2-2. Gutierrez, 1-1 record on the year. This is his 3rd start. He's got an 8.31 ERA. 6'2" right-hander. Wears glasses out there. Here's the 2-2. Fly ball into left, but he got under that one. No carry to it. And an easy play for Becker for out number 2. Maybe off the end of the bat a bit.
Yeah, it seemed like he kind of got a little bit out in front on that one. I like his approach, though, trying to drive that ball to the opposite field.
Easton Carmichael now in the 3-hole today with 2 outs and nobody on. Having a good weekend, 3 for 6. He's driven in 3. He's doubled and tripled. Batting average at .278 with a team-leading 13 runs batted in. And the first pitch is away. I was at Ole Miss yesterday for basketball. Darby Carmichael used to be an assistant coach there, and so their play-by-play guy was asking me, he said, hey, Carmichael's son playing at all for you guys? I said, yeah, he makes his way into the lineup every now and then. Yeah. Here's the 2-0 to Easton, and a fastball strike at the knees. Sooners 10-0, matching the start in 1974, I should say. Carmichael swings at that one, 2-2. It is tied for the 4th best start in OU baseball history and the best start since 2011. 2-2, chopper, slow hit to shortstop, charging Fairchild, got to hurry, throws, got it. And the inning is over, and Diego Gutierrez puts him down 1-2-3. We'll run down those best starts in OU history when we come back. We're headed to the 2nd, no score. Today's broadcast brought to you by the Pioneer Library, enriching lives and empowering communities. Ernie today. Alongside Kendall Pettis, Toby Rowland back with you on this Sunday afternoon in Norman. No score. 2nd inning. 7-8-9 due up for the Matadors, starting with their left fielder, Andrew Becker. Left-handed hitter who is 3 for 8 on the weekend. Left on left, shows bunt, does bunt. Carmichael pounces, throws, got it. Not a bad bunt. It was out in front of home plate, KP, about 15 feet or so, but quick move by Carmichael.
Oh, yeah, really good job by Easton to get from behind the plate and get around that baseball and make a sharp throw to first base. He looked really good on that play.
Xavier Rios now.
I know pitchers usually want to get off that mound and field that ball, but hey, I think we should let the real fielders field that ball, right?
The real fielders.
I know they're gonna get the pitchers and position players. We talk a lot of crap, so they'll definitely like to hear that one.
Ball 1 inside to Rios. What's the communication there between the catcher and the pitcher on a play like that?
Yeah, normally it's just we don't really like to have the pitchers.
Ground ball to 3rd. Willis has it. Throw across is good. 2 quick outs. Go ahead.
Yeah, we don't like the pitchers to handle anything other than throwing that ball to the target. And so usually if there's a ball put in play around the pitcher, if they're pretty good at it, then they can kind of take advantage of it. But for the most part, we want to have that third baseman, that catcher, kind of field that ball and make the right play. Just because that's what they're used to, that's what they're accustomed to.
Elijah Fairchild now, 9-hole hitter, shortstop First pitch, fastball strike. So I was talking best starts in OU history. OU 10-0, that ties the 1974 start. In 1984, they started 11-0. So a win today would be tied for third best start in OU history. Downstairs. In 1998, OU started 12-0. And the best start in OU history was in 2011, 16 straight wins to start the season.
Wouldn't that be cool to see?
Here's the 1-1. Strike called on the breaking ball. 1-2. Good pitch there. Yeah, actually, if OU were to win 16 straight to start this year, that would take them to the South Carolina series. Swing and a miss. Johnson strikes out Fairchild. And it's a 1-2-3 second. They would be trying to break the record against South Carolina in the first game of SEC play. But they got to get by some. They got to win at Dallas Baptist
we gotta
to do
worry
that.
about it.
Win today. Let's win today.
That's right.
No score through 1.5 here in Norman. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
I'm Gina Mitchell of Mitchell's Jewelry. Our showroom is home to classic favorites like diamond earrings and pearl strands, plus cool watches from Michelle and Shinola, and cases full of the latest trends. We are known for our engagement rings and love giving our customers every option, straight from our cases or in their very own custom design, with natural diamonds, lab-grown diamonds, or colored gemstones. Shop with us in-store or shop our website or Instagram. Mitchell's Jewelry in the heart of Norman at 2201 West Main Street.
There's strength in family and there's strength in partnership. At Armstrong Bank, we believe in building financial stability and enduring relationships. As a family-owned community bank since 1909, we'll always be here to support you because we know that true strength is in our communities. Armstrong Bank, strength runs in our family. Visit armstrong.bank, member FDIC.
Hi, this is Lisa Talley, broker and owner of Aria Real Estate Group. Aria Real Estate Group is Norman's premier full-service commercial and residential real estate brokerage and leasing and management firm. With our team of real estate agents, specialized property managers, and in-house maintenance team, Aria is here for you in every capacity. Whether you're a seller, a buyer, an investor, or a renter, we can help. Please explore our website at ariagroupok.com. Aria Real Estate Group, the gold standard of real estate.
Log on to Soonersports.com/kids for information about joining the Sooner Kids Club, presented by OG&E and brought to you in part by Orthodontics exclusively, Mathis Home, and Devon Energy. No score, bottom two, ball one to Sam Christensen to start this frame. Christensen in the four-hole today, 1 for 6 in the series with an RBI. The 1-0 is in there. Just one walk in the first two games for Sam. And the shock in my voice is because he leads the SEC in that category with 16 on the year.
Yeah, and that's really impressive, Toby.
Grounded to second, diving stop over there, and a throw is a good one by Boardman for out number 1. 4-3.
Really nice play by the second baseman right there, getting over in that four-hole, making that slide and stop and throwing Sam out at first.
Kyle Branch now. Boy, how about this kid early in the year, huh?
Yeah, man, I actually got a chance to talk to him as well while they were hitting BP, man, and I was just like, dude, you're killing it. And so I was like really proud of him, and I know I haven't really introduced myself to him that much, but definitely wanted to let him know that he's as a freshman, this is a big deal. So very proud of him and what he's done for the team so far.
Takes strike one. He is 3 for 7 with 3 runs batted in the series, hitting .447 on the year. Spits on that one, 1 ball, 1 strike. That .447 batting average, 5th in the SEC. He is tied for the league lead in hits with 17 and has a 10-game hit streak coming into play today. That's all of them, as he fouls that one off, 1-2. Jason Walk, also a 10-game hit streak. Barring a pinch hit appearance, he'll carry that with him to Dallas on Tuesday night, as he's not in the lineup today. Taki on deck, 1 out, nobody on. Here's the 1-2. Check swing, breaking ball outside. The appeal says he held up. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Not many people out on the berm today, Tobe.
No, the crowd is not quite as big as yesterday. Section 405's got a nice contingent out there in it.
A few people out there.
The south wind may be keeping some people from off the berm. It's a little chilly out there, I bet.
Yeah.
Fastball, strike 3 called. Second strikeout for Gutierrez. The CSUN right-handers look sharp so far, KP.
Yeah, he's been looking really good, to be honest, and he's been looking like he's dotting that fastball on the outer side, outer third of the plate, and kind of keeping our hitters off balance so far. But, hey, it's the second inning. I think we'll get to him here soon.
Here's Taki. He's due the pregame interview bump today. You know how that works, KP. You got that many a times. Taki was our pregame interview guest today. 4 for 4 yesterday. 6 for 8 in the series with 3 runs driven in. First pitch swing and a foul tip, strike 1. Taki at 448. Just ahead of Branch at 447 for team high honors. He is number 4 in the SEC in batting average coming into play today. And he has thrived against right-handed pitching, hitting .550 against righties. Shows bunt here and takes a pitch that looked pretty good for a ball, 1-1.
Yeah, that was something me and Chad talked about yesterday. We couldn't really tell if it was a ball or a strike due to the height of the way the catcher was catching it.
Here's the 1-1.
Because, I mean, that one looks good too,
pretty
right?
Good too. Yeah, 2-1.
Maybe that's why we're not umpires, though.
We like to think we are in the radio booth. We like to think we know more than the umps do most of the time. The 2-1, that's definitely down. 3 balls and a strike with Braden Horton in the on-deck circle. I get a pretty good one to lift here. Taki's home run this year was to left.
Yeah, I think he's definitely looking for a fastball here to drive a little backside bomb here.
Pitch was outside, ball 4. The appeal says he went. And Taki had already flipped his bat over to the dugout, so it's going to have to be brought back to him now, and the count is full.
Yeah, Toby, that's always a weird interaction right there where you think you got to walk there and you toss that bat, and the umpire says, no, you don't. Come back here. And you're just like, all right.
3-2 is pulled foul. Absolutely no effort over there by Todd Butler to field that bouncing ball at first base.
Yeah, I mean, he still has his hands in his pockets.
He was not interested. That ball was hit a little too hard. Rayleigh would have made an attempt at it.
Rayleigh definitely would have tried.
2 outs, nobody on in the Sooner second. No score in this one. Here's the 3-2 again to Dayton Taki, and he walked him. First Sooner base runner. Taki's aboard. And Braden Horton getting his first start today. He was inserted into the lineup when Walk was lifted with that sore leg. Horton playing in right field, and Deshaun Harris, who was already in the lineup in right, was moved to center. Horton 0 for 3 on the year, has scored a run. Where's number 28, junior, out of Sayre, Pennsylvania, Liberty transfer. Ball 1 outside.
I think, was Horton not the one that scored that game-winning run?
He did.
Okay.
In the
that was that Virginia game?
Yeah, in 12th inning. You're right. Came in as a pinch runner and came in. Inside 2-0, and the Dawson Willis bunt. That wasn't handled at first base. You're exactly right. Taki, the short lead at first. 2-0 to Horton. Hit sharply up the middle. That's a clean base hit. Taki will stop at second. The throw is in behind him, but he dives back in safely. And there's 2 on with 2 outs. First hit of the day belongs to Braden Horton.
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw there, Toby, but Taki pointed at himself when looking into the dugout like that's on me. I know Reggie talks a lot about going first or third on balls hit to the outfield, and so I think Taki really wanted to push it there but decided to stay at second, which I don't think is a bad idea. It's 2 outs, and, I think a base hit, Russ is going to send him anyway. So
I got a follow-up question to that. First, here's Dawson Willis. First pitch is swung on and lifted down the right field line. The wind will try to bring it back fair, but it falls in the bullpen. Is there a rule of thumb as to when it's okay to try for third and not try for third in that situation?
Yeah, well, so with a play like that in front of your face, and then you can kind of get a feel for it. I think any ball, what we kind of learned is if that defensive player is going to his left or right on a ball hit to him, then we try to push it. Any ball hit right at him, it's pretty easy to throw somebody out with a ball hit right at you. So we try to definitely read those outfielders out there. If it's a ball hit to right field, more than likely we're going to try to go first or third. I mean, we don't have eyes behind our head, so we usually have to take a look at Russ, and Russ either have his hands up telling us to stay or tell us to keep going. And so I've always liked to push it, though.
Pair of foul balls, and it's 0-2 to Dawson Willis. The pitch pulled foul past Rayleigh this time. Count remains 0-2.
Rayleigh made no attempt there either. What's going on?
Yeah, really need to talk to both of our base coaches after the game. Dawson Willis, 2 for 8 in the series, a pair of runs batted in. He has doubled, batting .250 on the year. 9 RBIs. Chance to add to that total here, the 0-2. Breaking ball and a good one, called strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Third strikeout for Gutierrez, and the Sooners strand a pair. We head to the third in Norman. It's getaway day. No score. This is Sooner baseball from Learfield. Broadcast brought to you by Pioneer Library, enriching lives and empowering communities. And the University of Oklahoma and Sooner Sports Properties would like to thank our concession partners, Dos Equis, Dickey's Barbecue Pit, Shakes Frozen Custard, Frito-Lay, Pizza Hut, HTO, Cup Bop, Coop Ale Works, Nacho Express, and Kona Ice. No score, third inning. Top of the order again against Cam Johnson, Roberto Gonzalez. He grounded back to the pitcher to start the game, and he takes a ball outside here. Just 24 pitches for Cam Johnson to get through the first 2. Caused some confusion early on in the year a little bit with some, not necessarily at OU, but some plays around the country. And there are some nuances to it about, in general, the fielder gets the white bag, the runner gets the green bag. But there are some situations where that can be reversed. Check swing foul ball by Boardman.
Yeah, I kind of get confused with that, Toby. Like, on a drop third strike, now the first baseman can use that green base. Yeah. And so I think, it did some confusion. And I think it's just something, as the year will progress, it'll get cleaned up as well.
1 ball and a strike. Boardman reached on a walk his first time up. Do you agree with me that if we had the double base in 2022, Oklahoma would have another national championship?
Yes, Oklahoma has a national championship if we have that green base at first base.
Swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
That's all I'm going to say about that.
Hashtag Spike was safe.
And I was actually, I was going to say something earlier in the broadcast when you were talking about just leaving Ole Miss for the basketball game, and I was just saying I hope I never have to go to that place ever in my life.
Grounded to short, which is where Dawson Willis is playing with the shift. His throw across, good stretch by Taki, 2 outs. Well, this has been good. Cam Johnson loaded the bases in the first, but since getting Mejia for the final out, has now retired 6 in a row, 5 on ground outs, and the other a strikeout. Here's Panganiban, who has the only hit against him today, takes a ball outside.
Yeah, really good last 2 innings here for Cam. I don't want to jinx him right here with 2 outs, but he's been looking really sharp.
The 1-0. Wow, okay. Delayed called strike, 1-1. That was a softball umpire called strike right there. Took him a while. Here's the pitch, high leg kick, and it's a fly ball into shallow center field. No problem for Deshaun Harris, and a second straight 1-2-3 inning for Cam Johnson. Bottom 3 we go in Norman, still no score. You're listening to Sooner Baseball, brought to you by Pioneer Library today. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
You expect your home to protect everything you love, but you don't expect the ways water is breaking down your crawl space and damaging your home. Musty smells, sagging floors, mold are just a few signs your crawl space is compromised. But there's one way to get answers to all your concerns. A free home inspection from Groundworks. We put water back in its place. Go to groundworks.com, the preferred foundation repair company of the Oklahoma Sooners. Licensed in all states. See website for details.
Fall in love with savings this February at Fowler Toyota Norman. Get sweet savings of up to $6,428, of up to $6,428 on a new 2024 Tundra Limited 4x4 Crew Max. Don't miss out on this limited time Toyota deal at Fowler Toyota of Norman, proud sponsor of OU Athletics. Offer valid on select in-stock 2024 new Tundras and are subject to availability. Savings of up to $6,504 off the MSRP. Offer valid through February 28th, 2025. Hey, Sooner fans, want to make the most of not only your game day, but every day? Norman Parks and Recreation has got you covered. With 68 beautiful parks all over Norman, there's always a place to have fun or connect with nature. Swim or shoot hoops at the Young Family Athletic Center. Take a walk at Ruby Grant. Hang out with friends at the Adult Wellness Center or tee off at Westwood. And don't forget to make a splash at the Westwood Family Aquatic Center. Follow us on social at Norman OK Parks to explore all we have to offer. Norman Parks and Recreation, where Norman plays.
Sooner Baseball brought to you by Coca-Cola. Crisp, refreshing, and irresistibly tasting is Coke Zero Sugar, the best Coke ever. Try and decide. Dasan Harris will lead off the bottom of the third inning. Top of the order follows him on deck. We are scoreless. Each team has one hit. Neither team has committed an error. And Diego Gutierrez begins his third inning of work for the Matadors. And he base hit right up the middle. Dasan Harris, a frozen rope right past the pitcher and over the second base bag. And the Sooners have speed aboard to start the third.
Yeah, and that's how you start an inning right there, Toby. That guy gives you that fastball right over the middle in that old count. He did a really good job of taking advantage of it and driving it up the middle.
How about this? Dasan Harris 4 for 9 now on the year.
How about that right there?
Has not stolen a base. Let's see if he tries to change that. Gamble, leadoff man, bats. He struck out his first at-bat. And the throw to first sends Harris diving back in. This concludes a 5-game homestand for the Sooners. We head to Dallas on Tuesday night to take on Dallas Baptist. Throw to first again. That'll be a 6 o'clock start. 5:30 pregame for you on Sooner Radio. Our good friend Ross Hubbard will join me for the call of that one down there Tuesday.
Something about DBU whenever I played here, man.
Not just you.
Man.
High and away. First pitch is way high to Gamble. 14 years I've been calling games for OU. I don't think we've won. I'll double check that, but it is a hard place to win.
It is. It is, and that's a really good program over there led by a really good head coach.
Here's the 1-0 to Gamble. Out. Nope. Delayed called strike. Outside corner, 1-1. I don't think Trey liked that call too much. Kind of snapped his head up when he heard Brandon Bennett say strike.
Yeah, I think I remember having this umpire before because I would just be like, why is this strike call so delayed? You know, like, I'd rather you tell me right away whether it's a ball or a strike compared to me having to take 2-3 seconds to know if it's a strike or not.
He's got to think it over for a second before letting us know. The mechanism works a little slower. Another throw to first. That's the 4th pickoff attempt now of Dasan Harris.
Yeah, really paying attention to Dasan over there. I know he does have some speed, and I know he's ready to go over there. I know Reggie's probably itching for him to get going as well.
Sooners 32 of 39 in stolen base attempts this year. Oh, another throw to first. This time they got him. Had him leaning. And Dasan Harris is picked off. And that, KP, seems like a very lonely jog back to the dugout after a pickoff.
Yeah, it's not the best jog, I'll tell you that. Not only are you frustrated at yourself, you're just frustrated that, you know, you started off, you know, it's no outs, and, you know, you're just trying to get to second with no outs, and, you know, unfortunately they picked off a million times, and who knows, eventually they'll get you.
Pitch misses inside 2-1. You know, in the bigs, you can only pick twice.
Is it? Yeah, twice, and then I think that third one you have to get him.
If you don't get him, he gets second.
Yeah.
Low and in, 3-1. Would you like that in college baseball or no?
I don't know. I don't think I like it. I understand that it speeds up the game, but I mean, if you're trying to get somebody trying to steal a base off of you, I don't think you should have to put a limit on how many pickoffs. Like, I get it. It gets, a lot of people,
watch.
Yeah, it does get hard to watch, and people start booing. But I mean, I'm not picking over for the fans. I'm picking over because I want to get that guy out.
That's right.
And it's usually only the home fans that are booing, and so I get it. And but I don't know. I like when pitchers pick over.
Check swing, foul ball, count is full.
And it just definitely keeps the game locked in, and you got to be locked in as a base runner as well.
It was the 5th attempt there.
Yeah, he would have been at second by now.
Harris. Yeah. 3-2 with 1 out to Gamble. Here's the pitch from Gutierrez. High pop up to left, shallow left, long run for Becker, and he'll get there for out number 2. Wind kept that ball in the air and drifted it toward him a bit.
Yeah, I was going to say, I bet you with the wind blowing out, I bet you that kept that ball in the air for a little bit longer than he wanted to.
Jackson Willits 0 for 1. Sooners come into play today, number 3 in the SEC in team batting average at .340. 5th in ERA. So near the top of the league in hitting and pitching. 2.45 their team ERA at start of day. They lead the league in triples and in fewest home runs allowed. Pitch is high. Now that stat will be tested today with this wind for sure, but so far this year OU has only allowed 2.
Yeah, that's always a recipe for success, to be top 5 in ERA and batting average in the SEC. So
1 ball, no strikes, the count to Jackson Willits. Here's the pitch, low and in. They're also right at the top of the league, number 2 in fewest strikeouts at the plate. Another category Reggie would like to see. Fly ball to left, carry wind, backing on it Becker. He's at the warning track and up against the love sign. He makes the catch for out number 3. Just missed one there. Sooners got a leadoff hit from Desan Harris, but they end up going in order. We played 3 full, still no score here on Sunday in Norman. Cup Pop, Midway Deli, and Norman NCED. Go to Soonersports.com for more information. Got a pitcher's duel here early today in Norman. No score, 4th inning. Cam Johnson back to the bump. He has retired 7 in a row, and he'll start by facing Jaron Sanderson, the right fielder who grounded out against him the first time. First pitch grounded up the middle. It's stabbed by Johnson, who runs halfway to first and flips it on the rest for out number 1. How about that play?
I mean, Cam is putting on a display right here early in this game, and so really proud to see him getting off the mound with those cat-like reflexes.
He has been very efficient so far as well. Great to see. Matthew Pena now, last Matador to reach against him, and that was on a hit by pitch on an 0-2 count. Left on left matchup. Outside a ball. All right, we got Kendall Pettis with us. This is his 2nd game in the booth. He's going to be with us several times this year, and we know there's a lot of listeners and viewers out there on SEC Network Plus that enjoyed watching KP making diving catches all over the place in his career. 2-0 the count. If you've got a question or a comment for KP in the booth today, why don't you send it to us? We'll try to answer some of those a little bit later on in the broadcast. You can tweet us at OU on the air or at TROOU, whatever fits you better. And we'll pass along some questions and comments for KP a little bit later on. 3 balls and no strikes to Pena. Again, that's at OU on the air on Twitter or at TROOU. Either one of those, we'll find it.
Yeah, please send them through. I would love to answer a few questions.
Needs a strike here. The 3-0 to Pena is low, ball 4. Second walk issued by Johnson, and they both have been 4-pitch free passes. He only has 1 strikeout so far, but he has been keeping the ball down. A bunch of ground ball outs for him.
Yeah, and that's really that's a positive. If you look at that you have to look at that in a positive way. I know pitchers want to get those strikeouts, and I know they want to, do all the work, but you have those 7 guys behind you, and you really have to put your trust in them to make those plays, and that's what he's been doing so far, attacking the zone, throwing those balls, throwing those fastballs low in his zone, getting a bunch of ground balls.
Mejia, the DH, takes one outside. Cal State Northridge lost the first 2 games last weekend to BYU, but won the finale 9-4. So they might have some good feel for the final game of a series, the salvage game. Trying to hand the Sooners their first loss of the year here today. Here's the 1-0. That is a strike, 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Yeah, you kind of got to pause before you can call that ball a strike.
I don't like it a bit. I don't like it a bit. He's messing up my rhythm, this home plate umpire. Here's the 1-1. Low, 2 balls and a strike. Cade Crossland is healthy, by the way, and with the team. He was sick when the series began. He is available. I think, just based on talking to Skip before the game, I think they would prefer to not use him today. There's a throw to first. And keep him as a potential option to start that Tuesday game at Dallas Baptist. Either he or Jacob Golston. But if circumstances force it, he is available.
Yeah, got to get that win any way possible.
Foul ball out of play makes it 2-2 to Mejia. Not sure what that is.
I guess 2 strikes, maybe.
Sound effect. Sounds like a dinosaur in pain. 1 out, runner at first. And a step off by Cam.
Okay, so me and Chad were talking about that yesterday, the step off. So since he stepped off right there, that's the only step off he gets the whole inning?
The whole at-bat.
The whole at-bat, okay.
Yes. Yeah. 2-2. Fly ball down the left field line, slicing toward the corner. It's down, and it's past Gamble for a base hit to the wall. Into third goes Pena. He'll be held there. It's a double for Mejia. That is the first extra base hit given up by Cam Johnson this season.
How about that?
And just the second hit he's allowed today. And the Matadors now with runners at second and third and 1 out for Andrew Becker. 7-hole hitter who laid down a bunt his first time up. And here comes Skip Johnson for a quick chat.
Yeah, really good opportunity right here for CSUN to try to get one on the board here.
Bob Moore Ford is proud to honor service members through the Patriot of the Game. To nominate a Patriot, go to bobmooreford.com/hero. Haven't looked at the SEC scoreboard yet today, the Air Comfort Solutions SEC scoreboard. One final, Tennessee has defeated Arizona down in Houston 5-1. They're still unbeaten. Top of the 8th inning in Lexington, Kentucky leading Hofstra 8-1. Out at the Jackie Robinson Classic in L.A., Vandy trailing Connecticut 5-2 in the 6th. Florida took the first 2 games from their in-state rivals Miami in Gainesville this weekend, but the Hurricanes leading today in the bottom of the 5th, 7-4, trying to hang the first loss of the year on the Gators today. Georgia down 2-0 to Florida Gulf Coast in the 6th inning in Athens.
I didn't know Florida was undefeated as well.
And here we go, second and third, 1 out. First pitch, squares the bunt, does. Third base side, it's a good one. Flip hard by Johnson, tag applied, safe is the call. And immediately Easton Carmichael says they should challenge that. A tremendously athletic play again by Cam Johnson, who flipped with the glove to Carmichael, who applied the tag to the runner Pena. He laid the tag on the front hand of Pena. Carmichael did. The question is, did the hand get to the plate first? Home plate umpire Brandon Bennett had a good look at it, better than all of us, and he said safe. But the Sooners immediately challenged. And here's a look on the big screen. in super slow-mo.
Kind of hard for us to see from way back here, no?
Yeah, I can't. What a play by Cam Johnson.
And I was gonna say, if you're a pitcher and you want to work on your PFPs, you should be watching this game got by Cam Johnson. I mean, he's made at least 2 to 3 plays already in this game.
Is the tag on the helmet there?
I think that's what Cam was saying.
Boy, that is close, isn't it?
Yeah, I bet
if the glove is on the helmet, that seems to happen almost simultaneously with the finger hitting the base. I remember call on the field prevails a lot of the time. I don't know if the glove got the helmet or not. I'm leaning towards safe, KP. How about you?
I just think it's one of those calls where it's not enough to overturn it.
Yeah.
Based off this camera angle right here, though, we might be able to get a better look. But, I mean, look at Cam right there on the third base line, though. I mean,
face first. He's reaching with his right hand. Looks like the hand's still in the air. There's a problem. Is the hand actually on the plate until there?
I mean, that's about as bang of a play that I've seen in a while, and so
I'm kind of with you. I think there's a chance Easton got him, but I'm not sure you can prove it.
Yeah.
This is that new technology, by the way, and it's really good. This frame by frame, slow down, zoom in. I don't know. I mean, it wouldn't be shocking if they said,
tell.
Here they come. I'm guessing safe.
Yeah.
I hope I'm wrong. All right, the umps they think they've dropped something out of their pocket. They're going back in the booth. Here comes one of them out. Is he going to let us know? Call is safe. And it's 1-0 CSUN. So it's a squeeze. And they're on the corners with still 1 out. Give Becker the RBI.
Another thing about that play, too, Toby, is the fact that that was a really good bunt, actually,
it was.
there. And for Cam to even make that play that close makes it an unbelievable play anyways.
We've only seen 3 games from this kid, but he's made some of the most athletic plays for a pitcher that we've ever seen out there.
Yeah.
First and third, they square again. This time, pitch is taken inside, and they say no pitch.
Foul ball, I believe.
Foul ball? Okay.
They're giving Easton's neck, I think.
They're giving Easton time to work out the pain. So it is a strike. Home plate umpire Brandon Bennett's walked to the mound to try to give Carmichael a few extra seconds here. Catch him in the neck, you said?
I think so. I see him moving his neck around, grabbing his neck. I think it probably bounced up off that turf and got him right under that catcher's gear.
So Eddie Cornejo, the former Sooner, the head coach at CSUN, squeezed in 1 run. It looked like at least the initial thought was to try to do it again here with Xavier Rios, his catcher.
A little double safety right there.
Runners on the corners. We're in the 4th inning. Cal State Northridge has their first lead of the series. Here's the 0-1. He squares again, takes it in the dirt. Blocked by Carmichael, but on to second goes Becker on a wild pitch. So second and third, double play is now out of order. And 1 ball, 1 strike to count to Rios. I guess that's probably not a wild pitch. The ball was just in the dirt. See how they credit it.
Probably just a stolen bag.
Stolen base, I guess. A base hit now could bring in 2. And that foul ball's back to the screen to make it a ball and 2 strikes.
Have you gotten you a foul ball here into the booth yet?
Never in 14 years in any booth.
Really?
Yep.
Okay.
We've been agonizingly close, couple dozen times maybe, but never. I think it's virtually impossible here.
I agree.
Because of the height of the net. The pitch just missed the outside corner. That was a good-looking pitch there. Sooner fans giving it to the home plate umpire. They wanted that one, 2-2.
Yeah, it's a really good pitch right there by Cam. I do think it was a little bit off the plate, though. You can hear him giving it to the umpire, man.
Here's the 2-2. That one's low, full count. Inning started with a stab by Cam Johnson on a comebacker. Then he walked Pena. Mejia doubled to the left field corner. Becker squeezed home a run, then took second on what has been ruled a fielder's choice. They're at second and third with one out. And the 3-2 pitch to Rios. Here it comes. And he walked him. Missed outside. Bases loaded. Third walk issued by Johnson. And a big at-bat coming here. It's 1-0, but Elijah Fairchild could put a crooked number on the board for the Matadors. This is their 9-hole hitter. He's the only strikeout Johnson has so far today. A left-handed hitting shortstop.
Yeah, definitely don't want him to get anything up in the air towards left field today, especially in this instance right here with the bases loaded.
How about a little 4-6-3 here? The pitch, fastball away, ball one. Fairchild hitting 182 on the year, 3 runs batted in.
Yeah, he'll probably have to hit that ball a little bit hard, pretty hard, decently hard with his speed here up at home plate.
The 1-0. Foul tipped on a full swing between the legs of Carmichael. 1 ball, 1 strike. Overcast day in Norman. Not the sunshine glory of yesterday. A little bit chilly today. Probably want a jacket or a sweatshirt if you come to the ballpark, but not bad.
Feels good, though. I don't know if you heard me and Chad, but we looked up Chicago's weather yesterday, and it was 27 degrees. Woo. Compared to this beautiful sunny and 70 that we were having yesterday. So can't really complain.
2-1 to Fairchild. Bases loaded, 1 out. Left on left. Johnson kicks and fires. Line drive left field. Gamble in. Dives. He caught it. The throw back to the infield. Everybody will stay put, and there's 2 outs. Put a star by that one. Trey Campbell coming straight in makes the diving catch. That's your old position, KP. If that ball gets by him, it's at least 4-0 right now.
Yeah, and that was a really good play right there by Trey, keeping that ball in front of him and going for that dive. I know a lot of coaches are always scared when you're diving for line drives right at you, but really good play for him.
You left some good mojo out there in left field,
I must have left a few 5-star plays out there for my guys to get.
Big time play. Did the runner at third handle that properly? Should he have been tagging there?
Yeah, and Toby, that's actually a good point. I think he definitely did not do a good job at that because that ball was definitely high enough and deep enough for him to be able to tag. I think he was going on the ball hit. I think it was hit pretty low, and it was a line drive, and so I get he probably had that first initial move forward. But on that, you really want to try to fight back, get to that bag, back to third, and try to tag up on that play.
First pitch to Roberto Gonzalez, a ball, not out of danger yet. Bases loaded, 2 outs. That one's down. The appeal says he went. 1 ball, 1 strike. Well, he got the big out on the diving catch by Gamble. Can he leave him loaded again? 1 run home here in the Matadors' 4th inning. The 1-1. Breaking ball and a beauty over the outside corner, 1-2. That pitch might be unhittable if he wants to throw it again.
Yeah, that pitch was gross right there.
The left on left slider carved the corner of the plate. Here's the 1-2. Missed inside. Johnson wanted it. He was hopping off the mound, but the call never came. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, and our fans are letting this our home plate umpire, have it too.
Here it comes. Check swing. He went around, strike 3, and that'll end the inning. Boy, the Matadors get 1, but it could have been a lot worse. Gamble, a great diving catch. And then Johnson finishes him with a strikeout, his 2nd, to end the threat. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Sooners going to have to play from behind on Sunday. They trail at 1-0. Hungry? Head to Bronze game for a bacon cheeseburger and milkshake made with Brahms A2 Fresh Milk, proud partner of Sooner Athletics. 1-0. Cal State Northridge leads Oklahoma, bottom 4. Easton Carmichael leads off. Still facing the CSUN starter, Diego Gutierrez. First pitch fastball, fly ball into right. That's not the way to hit it today. Sanderson in after it, and he's got it for out number 1.
Speaking of hungry, Toby, I know I talked to I think I talked to Chad about this off the radio a little bit, but I gotta start bringing some snacks.
Yeah.
I need to do something. I'm starving over here.
That's a good idea. You know, we do have concession stands here. They used to feed the media. You know, they'd give us one of those little cards where you could go pick something out.
Yeah.
But they don't do that anymore. There's a strike to Christensen. So if you want to eat, you either got to bring your wallet or you got to bring some snacks from home.
Yeah,
one of the two.
I think I'll just bring the snacks from home. Leave the wallet at home.
1 ball and 1 strike to Christensen. He's 0 for 1. What have you seen from Diego Gutierrez so far? He's just 2 hits allowed.
Yeah, no, he looks really good. He seems like he's been really animated, which is okay. I don't find any bad in that, and it seems like he's really in depth and in tune with the dugout. You know, after every big out or every big strikeout, I've been seeing him look at his dugout and screaming at the dugout. So just having a lot of confidence out there and having trust in his stuff has been pretty good.
He's behind, though, 3 balls and a strike here to Sam Christensen. Keep you updated on some other Sooner action going on right now. Softball team up 3-0 on Kansas City across the street at Love's Field. Here's the 3-1. Outside, ball 4. Sam Christensen has drawn his league-leading 17th walk.
So do we have three OU games going on right now at the same time?
4, actually.
4.
Softball there. Women's basketball nearing halftime, trailing Alabama 41-38. And men's tennis going on behind us. I need to get an update on that. They're hosting Texas A&M today, right behind us. Yeah. So in this little quadrant here, everybody in action today. Women's tennis also in action. They're down in College Station, though. Before this Kyle Branch at bat, Reggie Willits wants an offensive timeout to talk to his freshman. What do you think this is about, KP?
Yeah, I mean, I've had a few timeout meetings with Reggie, and I don't want to spoil too much or say anything too much, but probably just giving him a little bit of confidence, telling him what the plan is here with this pitcher and with a guy on first, you know, probably putting on some signs. But, you know, just giving him a little bit of time. I know he has a lot of confidence in him, and so just probably telling him what he wants him to do here.
Branch struck out looking his first at-bat. He's got the tying run, Christensen at first with 1 out. And the first pitch is a high chopper back to the mound. Gutierrez gloves and flips. He'll retire Branch for the 2nd out of the inning. And Christensen moves to second base.
Looked like Gutierrez wanted to go second there too, no?
He thought about it. Men's tennis off to they won the doubles point, so singles underway now. Looking for back-to-back ranked victories. The guys beat Tennessee on Friday, trying to take down Texas A&M today. A good squad. Here's Dayton Taki. Pretty good guy to have at a plate here. Sooners trying to tie it up with a base hit. Taki walked his first time up. And he takes the first pitch high.
I played tennis not too long ago.
How are you?
Not good.
Oh, really?
Not good. I wish I was, but it's hard. It really is. I thought I would be all right with it, too. With it, you know, I'm swinging a racket just like I was swinging a bat.
Strike called to Taki, 91-mile-an-hour fastball, 1-1. Tennis is serious cardio, by the way.
Serious cardio. Yeah. And that's one thing I didn't know until I did it the other day. And so, you know, I'm playing for 10, 15 minutes, and I'm already tired.
It'll gas you in a hurry. 2 balls and a strike to Taki. He is 6 for 8 in the series with 3 runs driven in.
Really good series right here for Taki.
A long look in by Gutierrez, and that pitch clock just expired on him, and that should be an automatic ball, and it is. That'll be ball 3. 3 balls and a strike. Gutierrez didn't pull the trigger fast enough, and the shot clock got him.
Yeah, and I'm a fan of that, though. I know I said I wasn't a big fan of
swing and a miss, full count.
I know I said I wasn't a big fan of the pickoff limit or whatever, but I am a fan of the shot clock, I guess you could say, or the pitch clock and
action clock is what we're supposed to call it.
Okay.
Look at right center right now. He's got all day out there if he hits it. Here's the payoff. Called strike 3. Got him looking. And that'll end the inning. And again, Diego Gutierrez fired up. That's his 4th strikeout. Still 1-0 CSUN in front as we go to the 5th here in Norman. Today's broadcast brought to you by Pioneer Library, enriching lives and empowering communities. This is Sooner Baseball.
1167. Save yourself from Googling it up. Go to vhfence.com. They will work with you in a great way.
Sooner Baseball brought to you by OG&E. Re-energize life. 5th inning, 1-0. Cal State Northridge in front. Cam Johnson's first pitch is a breaking ball inside corner. Strike 1 to Colton Boardman. 1 run on 3 hits. No errors for the visitors. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the home team. Here's the 0-1. That one was a little bit low. Boardman 0 for 1 with a walk. Cam Johnson, just 61 pitches, now working in his 5th frame. High fly to right, down the line, foul, and will stay foul and drop in the Cal State Northridge bullpen. 1-2.
Yeah, and I guess we just got a pleasant surprise here about a minute ago.
How about that? What'd you get there?
I guess we got a complimentary hot dog here, or a complimentary glizzy, I guess is what the younger generation would call this thing.
Is that what that is?
They call it a glizzy. I don't know why, but I don't know what that stands for, but I'm always use hot dog.
Swing and a miss, pitch in the dirt. Carmichael throws on down to first to complete the 3rd strikeout for Cam Johnson. See the power of the microphone there. You complain about being hungry. Our man Patrick Dunn delivers 2 hot dogs to the booth during the break.
Shout out Patrick for that, man. I really appreciate it.
He's got our back. Kyle Panganiban now 1 for 2. Right-handed hitting 3rd baseman. Got 2 hits in the series. Takes a pitch low. Sooner Baseball brought to you by Courtyard by Marriott. Located just minutes from the OU campus, Courtyard Norman offers affordable, stylish accommodations with tech-forward amenities and classic Southern hospitality. Book your stay today at Marriott.com/OKCNO. Foul ball, 1 ball, 1 strike to Panganiban.
Yeah, Toby, and Kyle has actually looked pretty good today, barreling up a few balls here to the outfield, and so hopefully we can get him out here.
The 1-1 misses away. Cal State Northridge, by the way, with these jerseys that say Valley on them for a reason. Outside 3-1. The school is in the San Fernando Valley, just northwest of downtown Los Angeles. And it used to be called San Fernando Valley State University. Here's the 3-1. Fouled out of play off to the right.
Yeah, I guess you learn something new every day, huh?
Name changed several years ago, but these jerseys are a tip of the cap to their past and also helps you know exactly where the university is located. It's in the valley, just northwest of downtown, not far from the ocean. Payoff, grounded to second. Branch lives there, up with it and throws, and there's 2 gone.
Just a really good pitch right there by Cam. 95 and on those hands, man. Wasn't able to get that barrel out through the zone.
Here's another CSUN fact for you as Jaron Sanderson comes to the plate 0 for 2. It is very close to all the TV studios there. And so their campus has been used in many movies through the years. I just wrote down a few of them. There's a long, long list. Ball one inside. Arrested Development, that's a TV show. CSI, Van Wilder, Karate Kid, The Office, again, TV show. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and in a few episodes of Star Trek, among many others that the Cal State Northridge campus has been featured in.
Now, Toby, I don't know if this is a bad thing or not, but I think I might have recognized 2 or 3 of those names that you just said. So I don't know if that tells you.
We're going to go through the list slowly here. 2-0 the count to Sanderson. Here's the pitch. Grounded to shortstop. Willits, gloves, throws sidearm, and it's in and out of the glove of Taki. Good hustle by Sanderson down the line. Would have been close even if Taki came up with it cleanly. So we'll see how they score that.
No, really good hustle there, right there by the batter, man. Was something running hard down the line on a tailor-made ground ball right to Jackson Willis. I know he had to kind of come and get it on the run, but way to hustle down the line.
And they have called it an error. So E6 on Willits on the throw, which was in the dirt. Again, even if he comes up with it cleanly, would have been close.
Bang, bang.
First error of the game on either team. Here's Pena. He's been on twice. Hit by pitch and walked and has scored the only run in this game. Runner goes. Pitch is taken. Throw down to second is in time. They got it. Great throw by Carmichael. Tag applied by Willits. And the inning is over. They get a base runner on an error, but he's wiped off on the very next pitch. Halfway home on a Sunday afternoon, it's 1-0 CSUN in front. This is Sooner comprehensive coverage of college baseball and softball all season long. Tuned to Sirius XM, SEC Radio, channel 374. You can get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/SEC Radio 2025. Toby Rowland, Kendall Pettis back with you. 1-0 CSUN. Which, by the way, we haven't seen the sun very much today. Bottom 5, Braden Horton leads off and takes an off-speed pitch for a strike. Horton has one of the 2 Sooner hits today. He singled back in the second inning. Here's the 0-1. Too low and in. Diego Gutierrez has been sharp on the mound today for the Matadors.
Yeah, he's been looking really good for them.
Here's the 1-1. Away. 2 balls and a strike.
Kind of just looks like he's been throwing that off speed early in the count and then moving that fastball around later in the count. And it's been really causing our guys to have some trouble.
Fly ball. Left center field. It'll stay in the yard. Back to play it is the center fielder Gonzalez. And there's 1 out. They are at halftime in that women's basketball game. OU and Alabama tied 45-all. My understanding is the winner of that game will be the 5 seed, the loser the 6 seed in the women's SEC tournament next week. They are tied in the standings. Peyton Verholz 12 points, Reagan Beers 10 at halftime. Dawson Willis, first pitch swinging, chopper back over the mound. Second baseman Boardman gloves and throws and got him. And there's 2 outs. That's a good play. Willis runs well.
Yeah, I was going to say that's a really good play by the second baseman there, Boardman, coming in on that ball and throwing that ball on the run with Dawson running down that line. So really good job by him.
Deshaun Harris now. He has the other hit. He singled to start the third, but was picked off. First pitch swinging, fly ball, left center field. Gonzalez drifting back and makes the catch. He and Becker nearly collided, but Gonzalez called him off. And the Sooners go very quickly in the 5th. On to the 6th we go. It's still 1-0 Matadors in front here at Mitchell Park. This is Sooner baseball from Learfield. Games complimented by a variety of bars, restaurants, and the best live music in the metro. It's no surprise that Riverwind is always a good time. 1-0 CSUN. Sooner bullpen is alive for the first time. Cam Johnson goes to the mound for his 6th inning of work today. He's given up just 1 run on 3 hits. And the first pitch to Matthew Pena is a big swing and a miss. Strike one.
Really nice slider right there by Cam to start him off.
Pena was at the plate when Sanderson was caught stealing to end the last inning, and he goes around again 0-2. Tried to check his swing but couldn't. So that right there was the 75th pitch for Johnson. That's right at what he has gone the first two outings, right around 75 pitches. Here's the 0-2, low and away.
It seems like they have a few guys warming up there out in the bullpen. I think that may be Gavin out there, and I don't know who the righty is.
Gavin Jones is the lefty.
Looks like 30-something, maybe 36. Yeah, I think that says either 35 or 36.
Jason Bowden, I believe, the right-hander. Here's the 1-2, low and away. Yeah, it's Bowden.
Oh, you didn't tell me you had those in here. That was pretty cool.
Well, a little broadcasting 101. Always carry a pair of binoculars around with you everywhere you go. We're going to make a little investment for you here. Here's the 2-2.
Really good
direct swing, and he went around. It's another strikeout for Cam Johnson.
Really, really good slider right there by Cam.
I do have a question that has come in for you here, by the way. At OU on the air, David Parks says he knows you're a Chicago kid. Cubs are the South Side. I believe you answered this yesterday.
I did answer this yesterday, but I'm going to answer it again. And no matter how good or bad my boys are doing, I always stick with my White Sox. I'm a South Sider by heart. I know a few of my friends with Cade Horton and Ed Howard, old Sooner alums, with Ed just being committed to OU, but Cade actually going here. I know those are like two of my best friends, so I have to support them. And unfortunately, they are on the enemy team, but hey, it is what it is.
2-0 the count to Tyler Mejia. So even with some of the Sooners on the Cubs, you root against the Cubs, but you're rooting for them.
I'm rooting for them.
Okay.
I'm rooting against the Cubs. You know, it's South Side versus North Side.
I get it.
You know, and
it's a deep rivalry.
It's a deep rivalry, and so no matter, and I know, oh my God, I just know they're not going to be that good this year either. I'm praying for a miracle, but just knowing that they're the only team in spring training to not have a win, based off, I think I heard that like a day or two ago. Yeah, I think I heard that a day or two ago. I don't know how true it was, but I think they were like 0-6 in spring training. So I was just like, oh God.
4-pitch walk issued here to Tyler Mejia. That's the fourth walk for Cam Johnson, and that might do it. In fact, here comes Skip, and he has already made the point to the bullpen. And, well, Cam is either going to get a loss or a no decision today, and that stinks because he pitched well. He gave up just 1 run and 3 hits in 5 1/3 innings. Struck out 4, walked 4, but he has reached his pitch limit. And the Sooners are going to the bullpen, so we'll step aside. We've got a pitching change here in Norman in the 6th inning. It is a Serta Pro Painters pitching change. We'll tell you about the new OU right-hander when we come back. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Hey, Sooner fans, want to make the most of not only your game day, but every day? Norman Parks and Recreation has got you covered. With 68 beautiful parks all over Norman, there's always a place to have fun or connect with nature. Swim or shoot hoops at the Young Family Athletic Center. Take a walk at Ruby Grant. Hang out with friends at the Adult Wellness Center. Or tee off at Westwood. And don't forget to make a splash at the Westwood Family Aquatic Center. Follow us on social at Norman OK Park.
Rocky won earlier in the week. 4 strikeouts, 3 walks on the year.
Yeah, he looked really good down there in Round Rock. I was watching those games on TV, and he has a really, looks like a lot of heavy sink on that sinker. Very sharp bite on that slider. But before that, I just wanted to say that Cam he looked really good. Like, Cam looked amazing. There's nothing to hold his head down today. What a great job by Cam.
Yeah, his first 3 starts, really solid. I'm excited about the future of that young man. Only a sophomore and so highly recruited. Certainly had a rough year last year, but he is off to a great start here in 2025. Throw to first from Bowden sends the runner Mejia back to the bag.
That's also one thing I've noticed. He has a really quick pickoff move, too. I think he picked somebody off in that Virginia game, if I'm not mistaken.
Cal State Northridge leading 1-0. We're in the 6th. Becker, the batter, swings and chops it to second. Throw to second for 1. That's all they'll get. Nice job by Branch to cut down the lead runner for out number 2. And that'll bring to the plate the catcher, Xavier Rios. Okay, you said you only recognized a couple of these. Arrested Development, I'm guessing, is a TV show you haven't heard of.
Haven't heard of that.
CSI.
I've heard of CSI.
Van Wilder? Movie?
I feel like that's something I'm pretty sure I've heard of, but it's not.
Before your time.
Yeah.
Okay. Karate Kid you've heard of.
Yep.
Okay. Bunted. Left side of the mound. Bowden dives, can't get there. Willis will glove or pick it up with his bare hand, but has no play. And a beautiful bunt by Rios, the catcher. Put it in no man's land, and he's aboard.
Yeah, really good bunt there, and really good try by Bowden right there. Try to do a little Cam Johnson.
He dove for it. Full extension dive. Well, there's 2 on with 2 out for Elijah Fairchild. The Office, you've heard of.
Yeah, you know
TV
what?
Show?
I hate The Office. I know I might get ridiculed for that, honestly, but I think
you've heard of it.
I've heard of it.
Okay.
Yep. I think it's just boring, dry humor. I don't know. Maybe I don't think I'm understanding what's going on.
Fairchild was robbed on a diving catch by Gamble last time up, and he delivers a base hit to left field. Gamble up with it. They're going to wave Becker home. Throw in, not in time, and it's 2-0 Matadors. RBI single for Fairchild. Slashed it the other way. And CSUN has doubled their lead here in the 6th. That's hit number 5. And they're second off of Bowden here back-to-back. Top of the order now, Roberto Gonzalez. He's 0 for 3. Runners at first and second again. Fly ball into left off the end of the bat. Gamble in, and he is there, and that ends the inning. But the Matadors get 1, and as we move to the bottom of the 6th here in Norman, it's now 2-0 CSUN. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield. Funding medical research and supporting the arts. They are deeply invested in the well-being of our state. 2-0 CSUN. Bottom of the 6th. Top of the order for OU. Trey Gamble leads off, 0 for 2 today. Still facing the starter, Diego Gutierrez. And the first pitch misses high. He has allowed just 2 singles today and has walked 2. Struck out 4. 2-0. Gutierrez in his 2 previous starts had thrown just 8 2/3 innings total. Popped up, foul territory, left field, long run for everybody. Becker's there, and he makes the play. And there's 1 out.
Yeah, he's been looking really good today. Keeping that pitch count pretty low, too, at only 69 pitches.
Jackson Willits 0 for 2. He has flied out to left twice. Matadors got a big addition to their home stadium this year. Lights. For the first time ever, they can play night games in the Valley this year.
There we go.
The ball 1 to Willits. Ripped into center field. That's a base hit. Jackson Willits aboard with the 3rd hit of the day for OU.
Really good swing right there by Jackson, staying up the middle, driving that ball right up the middle.
Easton Carmichael could tie this game with 1 swing of the bat. It's funny how you get to the ballpark and you look at the flags and you go, well, this is going to be a high-scoring game. Mm-hmm. And it's 2-0 in the 6th.
Crazy, isn't it? But I bet you it may be a few guys down there who put their hats down. I know we do this thing where we like to call our shots or whatever, and so that you'll put your hat down and kind of point the brim where you think the home run will go. And if they get a hit, you get the call back. But if they get like out or something, now you can't call any more shots for the whole game. And so I actually wouldn't be surprised to put my hat down here right now and see Easton lift one here to left field.
The 1-0 to him is pulled foul. A ball and a strike. He's 0 for 2 today with a ground out and a fly out. Update you on the Air Comfort Solutions SEC scoreboard. Kentucky has completed their win over Hofstra 9-1. It's in the 9th inning now. UConn up 6-2 on Vandy. That game in Los Angeles. Throw to first, and Willett steps back. Miami pummeling Florida now 13-4 in the 8th inning in Gainesville. 8th inning also in Athens. Florida Gulf Coast still leading Georgia 3-1. Here's the pitch to Carmichael. Line drive, base hit, right center field. It's cut off. Willits will make it to third. And the Sooners got something cooking here in the 6th. They're on the corners. The Vets trying to ignite a rally here. Willits and Carmichael.
Yeah, really good swing right there by Easton. I remember I said earlier, when Easton's peppering that right center gap, man, that's how I know he's on. So really good swing right there by Easton.
Easton's 4th hit of the series. Sam Christensen now, and before he can bat, there'll be a visit to the mound here to check on Diego Gutierrez. Really the first trouble he's run into today.
Yeah, and you know this is Reggie's probably licking his chops right now with the 1st and 3rd offense that he loves to run, and so definitely I'm looking forward to seeing what he's about to do right here, especially with the guys down 2, whether he's going to try to put Easton in motion, maybe get a safety bunt down here, do a little hit and run, maybe try to steal a run, or do something like that. And so I know Reggie loves this 1st and 3rd offense, so we'll kind of see what he's about to do right here.
Everybody ready. Christensen the batter. Willits at 3rd. Carmichael at 1st. 2-0 CSUN. The pitch is outside, ball 1. Arkansas up 3-1 on Charlotte in the 9th in Fayetteville. Missouri, rough start to the year for the Tigers. They trail Evansville again today, 4-1 in the 6th. Here's the 1-0.
To leave.
Downstairs, 2-0. Texas trailing Illinois. That game in Vegas, 6-5, 4th inning. Still early there.
A lot more action happening in that game than here, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Here's the 2-0. High ball 3. Kyle Branch on deck. Alabama unbeaten leads North Dakota State 7-2 in the 5th. Ole Miss a 4-3 lead over Wright State in the 4th. Christensen swinging on 3-0, pops it up. Shallow center field, long run. Gonzalez coming. He got it, and a collision takes place. Willits tags. He'll score without a throw to make it 2-1 as the shortstop Fairchild and the center fielder Gonzalez collided. Gonzalez hung on to the baseball but had no chance to gather himself and throw. Heads up base running there by Jackson.
Oh, yeah, really good job by Jackson there. Not to get kind of jittery over there. I know that play didn't look like it was going to be made, but for him to stay there at 3rd and tag up on that play was really good. And I also wanted to mention that with the shortstop running out there and that collision right there, I really do think that they just have to do a better job communicating right there. I do think with the wind blowing out towards the outfield too, and that shortstop running out there, that is going to be a play that you probably is impossible to make as a shortstop. And so for the shortstop to kind of understand where he was and be able to put that and be able to kind of let that go and let the outfielder take that one would have probably made Jackson maybe not even go.
Ball 1 to Branch. So Christensen gets an RBI and a sac fly there. It's 2-1 now. Sooners on the board for the first time. Branch takes ball 2 high. Yeah, that was so shallow that if without the collision, you would think Willits wouldn't even try it.
Yeah, and so with that collision, well, thankfully, luckily nobody got hurt.
Way high at the eyes of Branch. Throw down to first behind Carmichael. He's back in safely. And it's a 3-0 count to Branch. Were you surprised Christensen was swinging on 3-0?
I was surprised that he was swinging 3-0. I thought he might give him the take 3-0 and let him swing 3-1 and 3-2 if it got there. But
how about Branch?
But
He takes ball 4. We'll never know. 2 on, 2 out.
I think the only reason they let Sam swing 3-0 was because we had that man on third. You know, you just wanted to kind of look for a pitch to drive right there towards the outfield. Didn't really need a hit at the moment. You just need to get him home from third.
Third walk for Gutierrez, and let's see how much longer Eddie Cornejo is going to stay with his right-hander. Here's Taki, a walk and a strikeout today. OSU and Mississippi State early on tied at 1 in the second inning. They're playing in Houston, and Cornejo has just answered our question. He's going to the bullpen. His right-hander gave him an excellent start today against a red-hot offense. Sooners have scored 19 runs the last 2 games against the Matadors, but managed just 1 so far today against Diego Gutierrez. And the Matadors go into the bullpen. It's a Serta Pro Painters pitching change. We'll tell you about the new CSUN pitcher when the batter will be Dayton Taki.
Yeah, with Branch having a little bit of speed there at first, I know he's looking for a ball to be hitting the gap so he can run.
So it is Taki versus Armijo here in the bottom of the 6th inning. First 2 games, not much drama in it this weekend. This one shaping up to be a good one. And the first pitch is outside. Everything else involving SEC teams yet to get underway. LSU and Sam Houston will play in Frisco. We'll see Sam Houston here next weekend. Baylor and Auburn will play in Arlington. The 1-0. Ripped down the right field line. It is a foul ball. Ooh. Just missed putting OU in front there.
Talk about a game of inches, right?
Clemson going for the sweep of South Carolina today. They start at 4 o'clock, and Texas A&M and Rice will play tonight down in Houston. That's everything on the Air Comfort Solutions SEC scoreboard.
I might have to take a look at that LSU Sam Houston game, Toby.
Yeah. Do a little scouting.
Do a little scouting.
2 future opponents going head-to-head there. The 1-1 to Taki outside. Softball rolling again today. They're up 11-0 in the bottom of the 3rd across the way. Carmichael at second, Branch at first. Here's the 2-1. Swing and a miss at a breaking ball, 2-2. That women's basketball game, midway through the 3rd quarter, Sooners now up on Alabama, 62-58. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Deuces wild.
Deuces are wild.
Ball 3 inside. Taki shakes his head at Armijo. Full count. And you can start the runners here.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good take by Taki. I like the shaking of the head. That just means he's competing.
Braden Horton would be next. He's on deck. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss. Got him. And the inning is over. The Sooners get 1, leave 2. We go to the 7th. 2-1. CSUN leads it. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
OU softball, baseball, and gymnastics offer great opportunities for you to get out for some exciting action.
Today's broadcast brought to you by the Pioneer Library, enriching lives and empowering communities. Get your kids into the game and behind the scenes by joining the Sooner Kids Club. Membership includes free admission to over 70 sporting events, a Sooner swag pack featuring a replica football jersey, and VIP experiences all year long. Go to Soonersports.com/Kids Club to join today. Strike 1 from Jason Bowden to Colton Boardman to start the 7th inning. It's 2-1 Matadors. Boardman 0 for 2 with a walk. Grounds that one to second. Branch is there. And there's 1 out. 2 runs on 5 hits. No errors for CSUN. 1 run on 4 hits. 1 error for OU.
Yeah, really was expecting a little bit more offense today, Toby. How about you?
For sure, considering the elements. And just in general, you think on Sunday, game 3 of the series, usually a little more offense. Mm-hmm. Who knows what the last 3 innings have in store for us?
It's true.
Strike 1. Ponganiban here. 1 for 3. Singled back in the first. That one taken high and in, a ball and a strike.
I think I've also noticed that usually when the wind is kind of howling like this, you kind of get in your mind of like, oh, you want to try to pull one out of the park and try to do too much, and that kind of gets in your head.
That ball's hammered with home run distance, but he pulled it foul.
And sometimes you get a little pull happy, and instead of staying up the middle, you know you want to try to pull that ball over the fence, and that can kind of get you off your game a little bit. And so, not really sure if that is the case here, but just wanted to incorporate that as well.
I think that's a good point you make. The 1-2, chopped foul. You start to think, I'm going to use the wind to my advantage, and it takes you out of your natural swing plane.
Instead of just stand with your plan, keeping the ball up the middle, and then catching that ball out in front and pulling it to the left side. I know at least I did a little bit sometimes.
Here's the 1-2. Hit sharply into center field, but Deshaun Harris, good speed, able to get there for out number 2. That was a well-hit ball.
Yeah, Deshaun looks really good out there in a few plays that he's had out there. Very comfortable roaming out there.
After the Tuesday trip to Dallas Baptist, OU will be back home for 4 straight. Next weekend, they'll take on Sam Houston. Good program. 6:30 Friday, 2 o'clock Saturday, 2 o'clock again on Sunday. And then a midweek game, a Wednesday game against Louisiana Tech. Another good program here the following week. Grounded to first. Taki had it come up off of him. And that'll be an error as Sanderson is aboard. Taki was the only one on that side of the infield. And he was playing well more towards second than normal. I could kind of read his brain there thinking, I better hurry. If I get this ball, I got to get to the bag in a hurry, and he just didn't keep his eye on the ball, I don't think.
Yeah, Toby, and I think that ball was hit off the end of the bat as well, so I bet you it had a little bit of that spin on it. Probably was spinning weird on him and took a bad hop and kind of ate him up. And so I know he wants that one back, but, hey, hopefully we can get up out of here.
That's the second error on OU. That'll bring Matthew Pena to the plate. A pickoff attempt to first.
I think we also had 2 errors yesterday, so just got to clean up the defense a little bit.
First pitch is outside to Pena. Every game OU has had an error in this year, they've had multiple errors. They've either had 0 or 2 or 3.
Oh, wow.
That is just their 11th error of the season. And they've come in bunches.
I don't know what that tells you then, though, because, you know, you have a few games where you're not making errors, and then you have a few games where you are making a few errors. I don't really know what to kind of take from that.
2-0 the count here to Pena. He has been hit by a pitch. He has walked and struck out today, the first baseman. Bowden kicks and fires, swing and a foul tip at a 93-mile-an-hour fastball. We're in the 7th, 2-1, CSUN in front. Bowden ready. Long hold, and the throw goes to first base.
Taki's glasses keep falling off over there.
Yeah. He dropped them on the air, and they fell off again there on the pickoff attempt. They're sitting on top of his hat bill. I don't think you need them today.
Not today.
Here's the 2-1. Good looking pitch there. 2-2. You can hear the wind whipping in our field mic. Those flags in center field have not let up all day, 20+ miles an hour.
Yeah, and they call Chicago the Windy City, right?
I heard the story of that, and I'm trying to remember what it is. I don't think it has to do with the wind.
It doesn't, and that's why when
it's
people,
because of the talk, right?
I forget what the story was, but it's not about the wind.
Yeah,
it's not.
It's political in some regard. I'll have to look it up. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here it comes. Pitch is high, and the throw down to first sails out of the hand of Carmichael and into right field. And there's error number 3 as Sanderson hops up and scurries to second base.
I'm confused why he was at first base. Did he call?
Oh, they called interference on the throw on the hitter.
Why we call it the Windy City.
This is the Windy State.
This is the Windy State right here.
So a batter's interference ends the top of the 7th. And Braden Horton leads off the bottom, still facing Calix Armijo for CSUN, and he takes a fastball outside for a ball. Horton 1 for 2 today. He has one of OU's 4 hits. All 4 Sooner hits singles.
I think that was his first hit as a Sooner, too.
Indeed it was. Downstairs, 2-0. The shortstop, Fairchild, shading Horton up the middle. 2-0 pitch to him. Strike on the outside corner. The OU and Texas A&M men's tennis match behind us has gone to the 7th and final match. It's tied 3-3, and they're in the 3rd set of that one. So a great finish over there. 2-1.
Nobody over there.
Outside, 3-1. Love to get the leadoff man aboard if you're Skip Johnson and Reggie Willits here. Dawson Willis on deck. 3 balls and a strike to count from Armijo to Horton. Here it comes. And he walked him.
Really good AB right there by Braden. I know there was a few close pitches there, but he was able to, you know, be looking in his zone and taking those pitches that are barely off the plate.
This State and Oklahoma Sooners baseball history brought to you as always by our buddy Cal and the Yardbirds. March 2, that's today, 2008. OU beat Tennessee 2-0 in Houston. Michael Rocha, 8 innings, 2 hits, 7 strikeouts, no walks. Throw down to first behind the runner, not in time. Ball 1 to Dawson Willis. Sooners scored a run in the 2nd inning on a couple of errors, went on to beat Tennessee 2-0 on this State and Sooners baseball history.
How about that?
Beat them last year, too, before they won the national championship down in Arlington.
Yeah, we did.
The 1-0. High fly ball, deep left center field. Gonzalez back to the track, and it's off the wall. Horton headed to third. He's getting the windmill home. He will score. And we are tied in Norman. An RBI double for Dawson Willis.
I mean, what a swing right there by Dawson. Really happy for him. Excited to break this game, tie this game up. I thought that ball was gone.
That may be one of the best swings of the year for Dawson Willis. His 3rd double, 10th run batted in. And the go-ahead run now at second base with nobody out. A chance for here for OU to play a little small ball as Dasan Harris steps in. He's 1 for 2 today. Great speed at second, great speed at the plate. He squares, and he takes a breaking ball for a strike.
Yeah, I think everybody in the park knows that Dasan's bunting right here. So what you got to do, you just got to, I wish he was up in front of the plate a little bit more so he can have some more room to play with in that fair territory on the line. But definitely got to get the bunt down.
That one's taken inside. Goal here is what, KP?
So if you're reading the defense here, you can clearly see that the third baseman is staying. So you want to definitely bunt that ball down the third base line because that first baseman is indeed crashing, and you do not want to put that ball down the first base line.
Takes a fastball for strike 2. That was a pretty good pitch there. And the bunt is likely off now. Harris, a clean single to center back in the 3rd, flied out to center in the 5th. He's behind in the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. He does square. Pulls it back, swings away, and fouls it back to stay alive.
And that's a really good job by Dasan there to keep fighting there, and especially on a fake bunt right there, fake bunt slash. You know, it's a lot of body parts moving right there, and you got to keep your eyes focused on the ball.
the entire left side of the infield virtually open if he rolls one that way. 1-2 again. Check swing. Wow, pitch was down. Good take, 2-2.
Really good take by Deshaun there. You know, I know he's probably frustrated he didn't get those bunts down on those first 2 strikes, so definitely wanted to put together a good AB here.
The 2-2 outside. When the day started, we're down to 9 undefeated teams in college baseball. Oklahoma trying to stay among that pack, trying to stay the only school in America with undefeated baseball and softball teams remaining. Ground ball to the right side. That'll move the runner. Backhand stop. Boardman got to hurry. Not in time. Harris beat him out.
Let's go.
And they're on the corners with still nobody out here in the Sooner 7th.
That's just a really good way to pick himself up right there by Deshaun. You know, not getting those 2 bunts down early in the count. You know, he battles back, gets it to a 3-2 count, and he's able to put something in play on the right side of the field and get Dawson over to third, and I even get himself on at first base as well. Really good job.
Top of the order now, Trey Gamble with a golden opportunity to put OU in the lead. And that'll bring Eddie Cornejo to the mound again, and he's going to make another pitching change here. The Sooners have tied it. A Dawson Willis RBI double has done that, and a chance now to go in front. We'll take a break. It's a Serta Pro Painters pitching change here in the Matadors 7th. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Homeland brings savings, and Sooner wins home all season long. Homeland and game day delivered by DoorDash.
Definitely take that into advantage, and probably told Trey here be ready for a fastball because he hasn't walked anybody to start his season this year.
In other words, be aggressive against this guy.
That's right. Yeah. That's right.
He's going to be in the zone. A walk, a double, and a single has knotted it up. Willis at third, Harris at first. Put Harris in motion here.
I bet you he does a fake steal, kind of sees where the defense is moving after Deshaun does a fake steal, and then he'll kind of go from there.
Gamble 0 for 3 today. The first pitch to him is swung on, grounded to second. The throw will go to second. The go-ahead run scores. That's the only out they'll get, and it's 3-2 OU. Middle infield was playing back. Gamble's ground ball, they could not turn the double play, and the Sooners have pushed across 2 here in the bottom of the 7th.
Oh yeah, Toby, and that actually did look like a relatively easier double play to turn, but with the throw kind of being offline and Trey running down the line, he actually was able to beat it out.
Gamble picks up his 5th run batted into the year, and now he's at first base with 1 out for Willits. And he looks at the first pitch downstairs, ball 1.
Yeah, Toby, I know Jay Will's been really close to putting 2 balls out of the ballpark today, so I know with the game being this close, I know he wouldn't mind putting 1 out right now and kind of opening it up a little bit.
Gamble back in. 3 minutes to go at the Lloyd Noble Center. Oklahoma women leading Alabama now 81-73.
Big time.
Reagan Beers, 20 points, 11 rebounds. Another throw to first.
Oh, you can tell it must be starting to rain. Some people are getting up out of their seats.
You can see the concrete down there is getting some dots on it. So the rain has started to fall. The 1-0, low and in, 2-0. And down to second goes Gamble, and the ball skips by him and into center field. Gamble's going to stay put, though. A better throw, I think, would have got him.
Yeah, and a really good deke right there by the shortstop, keeping that tag on him, thinking he still had the ball, and Trey wasn't able to get to third.
Doesn't look like there's much lightning in the system moving our way, so as long as that's the case, we can keep playing here. But it is definitely raining now. Here's the 2-0. Outside, ball 3.
So in rain delays, what necessarily happens up here in the radio?
Well, the play-by-play guy goes and eats and takes a nap, and the color guy keeps talking to everybody. There's a strike, 3-1. It depends. If it's a short rain delay, sometimes we'll just keep it and kill it. And we'll tell stories and give scoreboard updates. And I'll take questions from listeners and things like that. If it's going to be hours or a long one, we'll toss it back to studio.
Okay.
Downstairs, ball 4. I can see the worry on your face here.
No, I was not worried. I just had just a question I was dying to ask.
Yeah. But I don't know. You could see, you looking at the map. I don't think we're going to have to worry about that. I
don't think so either.
There is a tornado warning down in far southwestern Oklahoma. But that's a long ways off. That's not what's hitting us here.
Now, Toby, I don't know if it's crazy for me to ask this, but I've still been wanting to see a tornado.
In person.
Yes.
Popped up. Shallow right field. Long run, Sanderson. Digging, and he got there to make the play for out number 2. Runners will stay put at first and second. That was Easton Carmichael that popped out. You've been here for, what, 6 years now?
Yeah, well, going on 6 years now, yeah. And have yet to see, we've gotten really close. I've seen debris.
Yeah.
I've seen the damage that it can do to, like, the Norman
Just
area.
Just watch it on TV. It's a lot safer that way. Let's watch David Payne on News 9. That's as close as you need to get.
Maybe I watch Twisters too much.
Sam Christensen now takes a ball outside. Where I live, we tend to get a few.
Okay.
And, yeah, we've seen a couple on our back porch.
Like you've been sitting on the back porch and watching
I ain't sitting. I got one foot in the storm shelter and one out. There's a strike, 1-1.
See, I think if I had a storm shelter.
You know, it's wide open enough out there that you can see. I'm talking about my house.
Yeah.
You can see in the distance. It's not like it's right, coming at us.
Got you.
First and second, 2 outs. The pitch to Christensen is low and in, 2-1.
I think if I had a storm shelter, I might go out there and sit on the backyard porch and maybe look at it. As soon as I feel that thing getting a little too close to me, I'm just jumping in.
That's a good call. Here's the 2-1. Popped foul. So, in the spring, which is quickly approaching, a lot of times you can tell like a couple of days in advance when we're going to have one of those days.
Okay.
We'll just have to invite you over.
Please.
We'll cook you dinner.
Yeah.
You can watch the weather with us and sit on the back porch. We'll see if we can see a NATO.
I would love to.
Hopefully we have none of them this year. That'd be great.
Yeah.
2-2 to Christensen. Ball 3. Meanwhile, Oklahoma has taken the lead here in the 7th, trying to add to it. Gamble at second, Willits at first. Sam Christensen, the cleanup hitter today, the batter. Full count to him. Here it comes from Gabriel Hernandez, and it's fouled out of play.
Yeah, this is actually a really, really big part of the game right here, Toby, with men on first and second, and they're running, and with one of our better hitters up to the plate, and Sam, if he can get something in the gap here, get a few more runs.
Dylan Crooks up in the Sooner bullpen, the closer. The 3-2 again, grounded to first. Gloved by Pena. He'll beat Christensen to the bag, and that'll end the inning. But the Sooners get 2. And as we move to the 8th inning, Oklahoma trying to stay undefeated. They still lead, or they take the lead 3-2. This is Sooner baseball from Learfield.
So I'm really excited to see if he can hold it down for us right here.
He got the save here on Wednesday in that 5-4 win over Texas Southern.
That's right.
He got 2 outs, the final 2 outs in just 8 pitches, both on strikeouts. But the appearance before that, he did go 3 innings against Virginia and threw 42 pitches. So being called on for a 6-out save here, they hope. He'll start by facing the DH, Tyler Mejia, who has doubled and walked today. And the first pitch misses low and in at 95.
Maybe trying to introduce a little Trevor Michael into him a little bit. If he needs to go 2 or 3 innings, he can to close it out for us.
I like it. Shift is on. 3 on the right side of the infield here against Mejia. There's a strike, 1-1.
We have such a good pitching this year, though. He might not have to do that.
How about Jackson Kircher, who hasn't pitched all year, coming in yesterday and just going 94, 95, striking out the side?
Well, I thought it was funny, Toby, because I was sitting here and I was like, oh, I know this kid.
1-2.
And I saw him. I had seen him. I hadn't really had much information on him or anything. And, you know, I see him come in and I see a 4. And I was like, okay. And like 2 or 3 pitches next is like 96. And I was like, okay.
The 1-2. Just missed the inside corner. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Yeah, he looked really good.
I mean, they got arms for days down there in that bullpen.
I know.
And you still haven't seen one guy, Sooner fans, at least. Dylan Tate is coming back from injury. They say, I was asking today, 3 to 4 weeks away, so it'll be into SEC play before he's back. But he could put 3 numbers on that board. Pop foul out of play off to the left.
Yeah, and I know people are really excited to see him pitch, and so just wishing him a speedy recovery and hoping he can stay healthy throughout the season.
3-2 Sooners here in the 8th. The 2-2 to Mejia. Just nubbed off the end of the bat to the right of the mound. Crooks throws and got him easily. Wow. I thought that was for sure a base hit. And Crooks threw that 95-mile-an-hour fastball to Dayton Taki.
He sure did, Toby. What a play right there by Dylan. I mean, nobody over there. It was only him who had a chance of getting that out right there. Way to stay calm and composed and get that out.
Andrew Becker now. Left fielder. Swing and a miss. Starts him off speed. It's the stance for Crooks that is so unorthodox. The closed pigeon-toed stance on the mound, and he just uncoils to home plate. That one misses outside.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen anybody stand like that. I know he has a little bit of the Craig Kimbrough in him, and when he's first starting, with the arm dangling a little bit, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone as closed as him.
The 1-1. Fouled back. Kevin Willman listening says, he says he's listening in Piscataway, New Jersey. Casey Stafford says, make sure KP knows the Cubs are currently undefeated in spring training.
Yeah, well, I don't know if...
I'm not going to get in the middle of this Windy City spring training rivalry. 1-2. Pulled to second. Branch. To Taki. 2 outs.
I can't believe they think I wanted to hear that, you know? With my White Sox being not having a win and the Cubs having all the wins.
Trying to upset my guy here in the booth in the middle of a broadcast now. Keep that to yourself.
Just point it on.
Here's Xavier Rios. 2 outs, nobody on. (3-2) OU. CSUN had a 2-0 lead. Sooners got 1 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th to push in front. And Rios takes a first pitch fastball strike.
Yeah, and Dylan's fastball is looking really good. 94, 95, putting it on both sides of the plate. So really looking good for him.
As important as it is to have a good rotation, and OU certainly has one of the best of those with the Witherspoons, Johnson and Crossland eventually. There are going to be a lot of close games in the Southeastern Conference. You have to have a back end of the bullpen that can get it across the finish line. Crooks trying to declare early in the season, I'm your guy, Skip. The 1-1 outside.
Yeah, Toby, I think that is really crucial. You have to have those guys in the back end who can finish those games off. You know, there's going to be some really good players in the SEC, some guys who can hit, so you're going to be able to have a strong bullpen back there.
A single and a walk for Rios today, and he takes a fastball for strike 2. Crooks trying to put the Matadors down in order here in the top of the 8th inning. He's 1 strike away. 43 set at the belt. Kicks and fires. Outside.
pitch right there by DC, trying to extend the plate a little bit.
Elijah Fairchild would be next. Here's the payoff. Fouled back our way. See, that net gets in the way. It's got to be a looper.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think the angle makes it possible. At least in 14 years, it hasn't been possible.
It has to have the right amount of touch on the ball for it to kind of.
We are in a lot of boosts though on the road where you're like, oh, I'm getting a foul ball today.
And it just doesn't
never
happen.
Hadn't happened.
Crazy.
Yeah. It'll happen someday.
Oh,
hopefully you're with me when
I
it
know.
does.
I'm hoping so.
Popped a foul the other way and out of play again. UConn defeated Vandy. It's gone final now, 6-2 out in L.A. Miami has handed Florida their first loss, so you can scratch the Gators off of the undefeated list. That brings it down to 8 unbeatens left out there. 13-7 the final in that one. Georgia rallied late to beat Florida Gulf Coast 4-3. Another 3-2. Got him. Swinging. And that'll end the inning. Crooks strikes out Rios. Side retired. Bottom 8 we go in Norman. It's 3-2 OU. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
People have been yelling at
We'd like to thank our concession partners. Anheuser-Busch, Fletcher's Original Corny Dogs, Coca-Cola, The Baked Bear, Community Coffee, Taco Mayo, Wonderfolk, and Boomerang Diner. Sooners lead at 3-2. Bottom 8. Last chance to add some insurance here. Still facing the right-hander for CSUN, Gabriel Hernandez. Kyle Branch takes ball 1 low. Branch, probably the last chance for him to extend his hitting streak here. He has hit in every game so far this season. He's got a walk and is 0 for 2 today. He's ahead in the count here, 2 balls, no strikes.
Yeah, and just talking to Cal earlier today, I know he's not worried about that. I know he just wants to put up a good AB here and get on base here so he can get some more runs for his guys on the team.
High fly ball to left. Catch it, Wind. It's going to stay in the park, it looks like. Becker is underneath it, and he retires Branch, F7. Fourth all-time game between these two programs. They played one before this weekend. It was in 2004 in Surprise, Arizona. And that was a close one. OU won the game 4-2. It looks like all the other unbeatens either won or are winning today as Taki swings and misses. Stanford lost yesterday to drop them. There were 10 teams. That dropped it to 9. Florida lost today, which dropped it to 8. Taki bunts foul, 0-2. They are Oklahoma, Alabama, North Carolina, Purdue, Murray State is 6-0, Florida State, Tennessee, and West Virginia.
Lots of unbeaten still.
Yeah, what is that? 1, 2. Well, now 3 in the SEC. Was 4 before Florida lost. No balls and 2 strikes to Taki. And he strikes out swinging. 2 quick outs for Hernandez. His first strikeout. And now a pinch hitter for Braden Horton. This will be Brandon Kane. Perform 0 for 8 with a run scored. He has drawn a walk.
Yeah, I know they have very high price for B. Kane coming into the season, so definitely wanting him to kind of heat up and get his swing going as well.
And he takes a curveball for a strike on the inner half. Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Brandon Kane, originally out of Mobile, Alabama. The 0-1 inside. Congratulations to Jenny Baranchek Sooners. They closed the regular season on a 7-game win streak. They beat Alabama today 91-84. My understanding is that makes them the 5 seed in the SEC tournament next week. Check swing, and he goes 1-2. So they'll get 1 bye. Top 4 seeds get the double bye. You will get the single bye in that women's SEC tournament.
That's how you know you got a lot of teams if you got to do double buys.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. Kane goes down on strikes, and the inning is over. And we go to the ninth. Oklahoma needs 3 outs to stay unblemished here in 2025. They lead it 3-2. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Coach Stoops here. Join me every week.
Podcast presented by Allstate and the Riverwind Casino. And fun hanging out with Kendall Pettis today. See if we can get another dub here for the Crimson and Cream. They have had to scratch and claw today, but they lead it 3-2 as we go to the ninth. Dylan Crooks put the Matadors down in order in the 8th. And he'll start the ninth by facing Elijah Fairchild. 2 runs on 5 hits for CSUN. 3 runs, 6 hits, 2 errors for Oklahoma. And Crooks' first pitch of the ninth is a fastball strike. He just looks confident out there, which is exactly what you want out of the back end of your bullpen.
Yes, Toby, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what you want out of your closing pitcher. Someone with that mentality of just stepping on people's necks and with no remorse.
Foul tip for Fairchild on the breaking ball, 0-2. A win today would tie the 3rd longest win streak to start a season in OU baseball history, tying the 1984 Sooners. 0-2 is pulled to first. It's foul. 1984, OU started 11-0. The 2nd longest streak to start a year was in 1998 when they started 12-0. And the all-time OU record took place in 2011 when that Sooner team started 16-0. No balls and 2 strikes to Fairchild. He has one of their 5 hits today. Here's the pitch upstairs. We should not forget, by the way, when Fairchild was at bat in the 4th inning, he lined one into left field, and a diving catch made by Trey Gamble, or OU may still be behind in this game. That saved at least a run, maybe 3 or 4. Fouled back, out of play.
Yeah, Toby, now that we think about it, what's such a big play right there by Trey?
Bases were loaded with 1 out. If it gets by him or he doesn't come up with it, at least 2 runs score. Maybe they empty him.
Yeah, if that ball gets to the wall, I think that might be an inside the Parker.
Maybe. 1-2. 2-2. And Crooks takes a slow walk around to the backside of the mound here to gather himself. Reset. Top of the order, Roberto Gonzalez on deck. Eddie Cornejo's team has been game today after getting blown out Friday and Saturday. They have put up a fight for sure. The 2-2 misses away, full count.
And I know for sure they'll definitely be putting up their best ABs here in this last inning. Nobody wants to go home with 3 straight losses, so they'll definitely be putting up some good ABs here against DC.
Here's the payoff to Fairchild. And he walked him. Fastball too high, and the tying run is aboard to start the ninth. Cal State Northridge plays in a very good conference. The Big West Conference is a very good baseball conference. Santa Barbara is picked to win it again this year out there. UC Irvine, very good baseball program. In fact, Santa Barbara is where CSUN is headed next. They will be on the road for their conference opening series in Santa Barbara next weekend. Top of the order, bunted down the first base line. If it's fair, it's trouble. They're going to let it roll, and it goes foul. Had no choice.
Yeah, what a beautiful bunt try right there. He kind of hugged that ball all the way down the first base line. If he would have kept that fair, there was no chance of getting him. Looks like Gavin Jones.
Gavin Jones, the lefty, getting ready just in case he's needed here.
Speaking about Santa Barbara, too, Toby, what a beautiful place. I remember I've played down there in the summer with the Santa Barbara Foresters a few years, and I loved it. Every second of it. Great family, great crowds down there. Very dope.
The 0-1 downstairs. 14 years. I've been in this seat. I feel confident. That's the first time anybody has used very dope.
Well,
I like it, though.
That's just how you know.
You're bringing some youth to our broadcast.
That's good. That's good.
1 ball and a strike to Roberto Gonzalez in the pickoff attempt.
Got to relate to all the listeners.
That's right. 3-2 OU in the ninth. Dylan Crooks seeking his 3rd save of the young season. And another throw to first base, closer play.
I mean, Toby, I think CSUN has been pretty aggressive, especially in this game here, trying to steal a few bags. And throughout the weekend, I know they've been a little aggressive, so I wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to get them over the second with no outs.
1-1. High. 2 balls and a strike. And Skip Johnson's going to go chat with his closer here briefly. Again, 6 o'clock Tuesday night. Big-time showdown in Dallas. OU Dallas Baptist. Ross Hubbard will join me for the call on Sooner Radio. 5:30 pregame for that one. Dallas Baptist, again, picked to be an Omaha threatener this season. They played LSU last midweek and have been facing Oral Roberts this weekend. They split the first 2 games. Let me see if I can get an update on how today's gone for them up in Tulsa.
Yeah, lots of good games going on for DBU lately. So I know they'll be ready to see us here on Tuesday.
Dallas Baptist leads ORU 6-5 in the 10th inning in Tulsa right now. All right, here we go. 2 balls and a strike. Skip back to the dugout. And Crooks will throw to first base again. Tying run at first. Go ahead run at the plate. Nobody out. Three balls and a strike to Gonzalez. Crooks walked Fairchild to start the inning. Just his 2nd of the year, and he's fallen behind 3-1 to Gonzalez here. Needs a strike, and he can't find it. And the first 2 Matadors are aboard in the 9th.
Guess we're trying to make it a little interesting here, huh?
Yeah, danger, danger. Here's Colton Boardman in what you would expect to be a sacrifice situation. Potentially, anyway. He's 0 for 3 with a walk today.
Yeah, I know this is one of their better hitters, but wouldn't be surprised to see a bunt put down here, and you got your fourth batter coming up next, or your number 3 batter coming up next, and so wouldn't be surprised a bunt here.
Boardman does square, pops it up, and nobody can get there as it drops foul.
You see how he was kind of running out of the box there before he put that bunt down?
Yeah, it's like he was bunting for a hit.
Yeah, and in this situation, Toby, the most important thing right now is getting that bunt down. You do not care if you're safe or out at first right now. You want to get men at 2nd and 3rd right now and get that and get people able to get into scoring position with less than 2 outs.
That's an excellent point.
I think he just needs to, if he wants to get this down, just slow down a little bit. Clearly, he's showing a little early as well.
Crooks bluffs a throw to second. Trying to hang on to a 1-run lead. Boardman squares to bunt, now pulls it back, swings away and misses, and it's 0-2. And Dayton Taki's like, thank God.
All right, trying to take a little Sooner swagger there and do a little fake bunt slash.
Again, squares early, the pitch, and he bunts it. Third base side, it's a good one. Crooks throw, sacrifice successful. Tying run to third, go-ahead run to second with one out. A two-strike sacrifice bunt by Colton Boardman.
How about that by Boardman, too, man? And he's getting bombarded by his team over there. What a great job right there with 2 strikes, putting that bunt down.
And you walk this guy? No, you don't walk him. You got the lead in the game. Panganiban now has hit the ball well today. He's 1 for 4. Fairchild at third, the tying run. Gonzalez at second, the go-ahead run. Crook's first pitch to Panganiban is a good-looking slider for strike 1.
Yeah, Toby, I see what you were thinking there when
maybe
putting
set
that
up
guy
the double
on.
play, but
I think with having DC righty versus righty matchup too, hopefully we can get some weak contact or a ball shallow in the outfield, and so that guy from third doesn't score.
The 0-1. Foul tipped 0-2. Took a good cut at a fastball, and now Crooks working from the power position here.
Yeah, 0-2. You got a few pitches to play with here, so.
Crowd trying to help their closer. No balls and 2 strikes. Tying run at third with 1 out. The pitch. Chased it and got a piece to stay alive. Panganiban chased one about a foot off the plate there.
I don't even know how he got any bat on that at all. That ball looked like it was on the ground.
Another 0-2. Got him. Fastball. He was late to it, and there's 2 away.
It's big. Really big right there by DC.
And the last chance for the Matadors is Jaron Sanderson. He's 0 for 4, but he's been on each of his last 2 times via an error.
So we've made the 2 errors against this one guy.
Mm-hmm.
How about that?
Sanderson swings and misses at the breaking ball. (3-2) OU in the 9th. 2 outs, runners at second and third. The 0-1. Strike 2 called.
That'll get the center fans on their feet here.
He's gone breaking ball. What does he throw him 0-2 as the crowd stands? Here's the pitch. Outside. He went back to the hook. Sooners trailed 2-0 in the 6th. They scored 1 to tie it, 2 in the 7th to take the lead. Dylan Crooks trying to slam the door. The 1-2. Line drive into left field. Gamble is there. He caught it. And the Sooners are 11-0. A line drive into left field, but it held up. Gamble made the knee-high catch, and Oklahoma wins it by the final of 3-2. They have tied their 3rd best start in school history. Oklahoma is 11-0. The post-game show is next. This is Sooner Baseball from Learfield.
Whether you're celebrating a special occasion, desire a great post-game, or after-work dining experience,